my beautiful plant people, how are we today? For those of you that have never met me before, I am Sam from Plant Collector Melbourne, and here today we sit at PCM doing a couple of chores. Today's video we are going to be repotting some of the plants, some from my own personal collection, but majority of them are actually the plants that came back with me from the Collectors Plant Fair from Sydney. So all of them are Anthurium, I'm pretty sure. I do have some alocasia that from my own personal collection, but I thought it would be a really great opportunity to chat with you guys, to hang out, because it has been so long and I feel like the last couple of months I've been just going to events and out and about and not really here at PCM and to see you guys here at the store. So let us get a cup of tea. If you plan to repot with me, go grab your planty babies, grab your soil media and all the things that you may need. Cut your nails because I have done so, because normally I don't do that and I always regret it. So cut your nails so that the soil does not get under them and gross. And let's get into it. Because we are going to be repotting and it is freezing outside, but it is warm in here. So let us put away my jacket and let's get started with some plants, shall we? I'm going to show you guys some of my own personal collection. So we're going to be repotting 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe like 5 plants, but 3 plants. Oh, look who it is! Come in! Is it open? Oh, it's not open. Hold on. Hi everyone, this is Annika.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. So
just dropping in.
Just dropping in while I do some repotting. She's given me some boxes because she's just amazing. But yeah, Annika, what is your Instagram?
Annika.f.
Yes.
Just my name.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. And there are like daily plant updates.
Of course, you gotta.
I can't stop, I can't stop. There's a new leaf.
I know, and then you send me all the photos and tag me and I'm like, hi Annika.
I love.
Yeah. She always comes visit. You live relatively close, so
2 minutes, yeah.
It's a little bit dangerous, but yeah. All right, we're gonna hang out for just like a tickety boo and I'll do this later. Back to repotting. So let me show you guys. So this one here, I got this a couple of months ago and I was going to sell it, but I was like, you know what? I don't have a big pally. So this is a Anthurium pallidiflorum. Unfortunately, something happened here, but she is gorgeous. And I was just thinking that she probably needs a repot because all of the roots are kind of just like everywhere. And I saw while we were in Sydney, Plant Scar, which is Crisp, he had this magnificent Wendlingerii. If I can get a photo of it, I'll put it here. But what he did was he had sphagnum moss on top. So I really want to try that because look at all these like roots that are like just on the top. And I just think that if you pop some sphagnum moss on there, it'll grow a lot faster. I mean, you can see some just here too. So that's gonna get a repot, and I've been wanting to repot that one for a while. This one's really fun. I actually got this one for Sydney, and I was like, I opened it up and took it out of the box, and I was like, I'm not selling you, you're staying with me. So it is a Midnight Velvet Cross Luxurians, and you can see the roots that are coming out here, but just look. Oh my lord. Wow, isn't she just stunning? So she's got the bullateness of a luxurians, but of course we have Midnight Velvet, which is an Australian hybrid. I'm not actually sure if it's a cultivar yet, but I think it should be because it is just so stunning. So Midnight Velvet is supposedly a pap dress or dress pap heritage, but of course it is a very complex hybrid. And yeah, this guy is crossed with both, and it was just stunning. The color, I think it's the texture, and especially the shape, like it is long. So yeah, that is staying in my collection. I got 2 or 3 Midnight Velvet Luxes, and that was the best one, and I decided to keep it for myself. Okay, and what else have we got? I think I'm gonna start off with those first, and then we can just do a bit of repotting and a little bit of catch up. And then I'll show you guys some of the stuff that came down from Sydney as well. So we have some soil in a tub, tray for all the plants that have undergone repotting, new pots. You know I love my clear pots, and a bin just in front of us. Okay, I feel like that is a bit too far, so I'm just gonna come in close and do some repotting. Hope you guys don't mind. So my arid mix has changed, which is really cool. So typically I would do orchiata bark, jumbo perlite, charcoal, and I think that was it. Was that it? Yeah, I feel like that was it. But lately I've been starting to put tree fern fiber into it, and honestly, game changer, especially for Anthurium. So I have been doing that, and I'll show you guys. Actually, I just thought of something. Something that has been in the works for, I reckon, maybe too long. Like Leanne and I have had this idea for, I reckon, like over a year, and it is only now that we have like created it, and I'm actually like so proud of it. And it's that PCM now has like an amendments range, so that we have 3-liter bags of, oh, can you see this? Maybe it's too bright, but aroid mix of sphagnum moss, premium sphagnum moss of course, and jumbo perlite. But how cute are the stickers? I'm pretty sure I showed you guys these in the Melbourne International Flower and Garden show tour video. And then I'll show you guys something super cute, is that back a year ago, we thought about doing these particular shapes so that they could be like little bookshelf things. And I thought that was super cute. So yeah, we now have an amendments range, and this is what we are using today. So I'm gonna do this guy first, and I'm just gonna put him in a cute little clear pot like this. So I find that the plants that come up from the north are a lot more dense than what Melbourne people would use. So unfortunately, this guy is, yeah, a bit dense. So I'm just gonna, unfortunately, bin the soil that is in here, keep the tags, because that is always handy. I'm just doing a little bit of this action, which is squeezing the pot around. And I'm not sure if you guys can see, but the roots were covered to about here, and I'm just gonna go a little bit higher. Oh, we can see that a new leaf is on its way. That is exciting. So, in you get, my friend. Ooh. And then we're just going to press. So my favorite thing is to tap so everything kind of settles in the pot. Sometimes I like to move the plant a little bit because I think that one went a little bit too deep. There we go. And tappy, tappy, tappy. Let things settle, and then I just press so everything condenses. Because we do not need pocket holes. Am I happy with this orientation? Yes, yes I am. Cutie, repot number 1. And we put the tag in there. Okay. So I feel like I need to give you guys some updates in life because a lot has happened, and you could probably see on YouTube and Instagram that a lot of things are happening. So one of them being that we were at the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show, the other, the Collectors Plant Fair in Sydney. And I thought I would just give you guys a little bit of a life update. And so, am I gonna go there? Yeah, because when I think about you guys, I think that you guys are my mates and my friends, and you guys know a lot about me and what I'm doing in my life. And I just think like it would be so not my vibe to like lie to you guys and pretend that everything is like always bright and sunshine and amazing, because life is beautiful because we get to experience both the good and the bad, the happiness, the sadness, and everything in between. So yeah, I think I will tell you guys what's going on. And so the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show, it was a lot of fun, but it was incredibly exhausting. So we did workshops. So Ted and I did preserved moss art, as well as kokedama workshops. And that was every day. So that was from like the Wednesday to the Sunday, and we're doing 2 classes a day. And of course we had set up, which was bump in and bump out. So it was a really like physical, mental, emotional situation through the show. And then on top of that, it didn't actually go too great. So I got COVID straight after the show, which was not handy, but maybe it was the universe being like, hey Sam, you need rest. You need to stop and chill out, and you need to rest. So yeah, I got COVID straight after. The show didn't do too well, unfortunately. And for a really long time, I was just like, what am I doing? Like, I think I exerted myself beyond what I should have been doing, maybe like 12 out of 10 exhaustion and tiredness. And I think like I pushed myself a bit too hard and didn't get that much rewards back. And so, yeah, I went through a really tough time. I sat with myself and was like, is this what I want to do? Like, PCM is coming up to its 4th year and it's not doing what I expected it to be doing. So yeah, I had a really tough time during that time. But fast forward like 2-3 weeks later, we went to the Sydney Plant Fair, and that was so fun and it was so worthwhile. I got to meet so many of you, and I feel like more on the collector side. Of course, it's in the name, like the collector's fair. But yeah, I just got to meet so many of you, and I think that was a lot more rewarding in my opinion. But in essence, why am I telling you guys this? And it is because, let's make sure to keep repotting while I chat. Wow, the roots on this thing is amazing. Look at that. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous roots. So going back is, why am I telling you guys these things? And I guess it's just to let you know that PCM is not doing well. And it's okay for now. It's coming to winter. I know that winter is normally a big lull in every year. So we've decided to do what I like to call hibernating hours, which means that we're here Thursdays and Saturdays. And on the Fridays, it is open to organized pickup by appointment only. So if you guys do want to come to the store, I do recommend coming on either the Thursday or the Saturday. And if you do online orders, you can come in on the Friday. So that is just to free myself up in some time, because I actually got another job. And that's probably going to surprise a lot of you, but I still have my job with my doctor doing admin and reception. And yeah, I went for an interview and I got it. So I will be doing more of that. I guess that is what life is calling for at the moment. It's not a forever thing. It's just temporarily for now. And it was a pretty hard decision, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't necessarily want to do it, but I feel like I have to, but I did choose it. So PCM will be taking more of a backseat during this time, particularly the store during winter. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be doing some really incredible things behind the scenes. We still have a plan. We still have lots of things planned for you guys. The channel, Leanne and I think that it's a really great opportunity for in the winter, while there's not a lot of people coming into the store, that we can focus on YouTube and other projects and other things. So you don't have to worry too much. I'm not going anywhere, but know that I have to pivot. PCM also has to pivot. And yeah, I am trying my best to make sure that PCM stays alive. So yeah, that is a life and PCM update for y'all. But good news is that I started my new job on last Thursday, and it's going well. Am I enjoying it? Yeah. I like the individual that I'm working with, so that's a good point. But yeah, luckily I get to work from home for it, so which is really nice. Okay, so we have our Pallidiflorum, and looking a lot better and happier in a bigger pot. I'm going to put some sphagnum moss at the top as well, but we'll just wait a little bit. And again, our midnight velvet looks. And now let us show you guys some other plants that need some repotting. So this guy, which is a Anthurium cuspidatum, I believe it's that, cuspidatum, yes it is. So this guy is falling out of its pot, and so we definitely need to repot it. I don't think we need to repot it into a different pot. I think the size is fine. Whoa. Oh no. Oh no. So that's a cutting now. And we have a little base. Oopsies. Oh well. She'll be right. So maybe I should put him in a smaller. Nah, should be right. And in you get, and we do some more tapping. So cuspidatum is done. Boop. And we'll put this guy, this little stump, in a small one like so. And we gotta make sure that another tag is in here. Otherwise we'll forget what it is. Cool. What else needs some repotting? Another cuspidatum. Because you can see all of the delightful roots. Oh no, this is not a cuspidatum. This is something fancier. This is Anthurium urbanii. Yes. So let us get you out. And that leaf there can just go bye-bye. Oh, in the bin you go. Lovely healthy roots. And we'll just pop you back in there. But deeper. So one of the main reason why I'm doing these repotting is some of these plants definitely need a bigger pot, and they're root bound, but a lot of them is just because the soil that we get from up north is a lot more dense than what we currently use at the store. So it doesn't necessarily work a lot of the time, so that is why we are repotting a lot of them, to pretty much accommodate for the change in environment. All done. Urbanii, which is a very fancy, gorgeous plant. What else needs a repot? Another one of these. I don't know why. Maybe this one's another cuspidatum. I think maybe they're just really top heavy and like the soils come out at the top, so they're all just falling out. And I do not want these cocoa chips. No, thank you. Okay. And here, lovely. Oh, I just chucked the tag out. That's not helpful. Oops. Maybe you guys should come down a notch. There we go. That's a bit better. Little more tappy tappies. So maybe I can tell you guys what like the best things about the last couple of months have been. So let's put a positive spin because I'm all about some positivity. And I think that for the Melbourne International Fair and Garden Show, I learned a lot of lessons. I would say that they were quite expensive lessons, but nevertheless some really invaluable lessons. But as for the collector's fair, I think it was just so much fun to see so many of you guys, because of course I'm very like well acquainted with the Melbourne community because a lot of them just come to the store and say hi and hang out. But yeah, it was the first time going to Sydney, which was just so much fun. I met so many awesome people. And if you haven't seen the video yet, I'll link it up below for the vlog/tour of the fair. But people like, I saw Paz, I saw Bill, I saw Cam, I got to see Chris again and meet so many new faces as well. So it was just so rewarding and so funny that we like knew each other without actually meeting each other before. We talk about this like all the time with all my plant mates, that it is so wild that like connecting through Instagram or wherever through plants and then making like real connections and friendships is just blows my mind. But yeah, let me grab, oh yeah, does that one need, I don't think these two don't need a repot in my opinion, but I'll show you these guys anyway. So this is a pap cross a dressleri, and the dressleri is the one from under the hanger line, which is just a lovely reference that my growers do in regards to trying to remember which parent or what type of parent it was. And this is just such a good size, a delicious one. I've got one of these in my personal collection. I'm actually just gonna top dress this because I can see that there's yeah, so I've already got one of these in my collection, but it is very, very small. Definitely smaller in comparison to this guy. So you're okay. It is more like, I've got another two that are probably more similar to the size that I've got. And of course, the Anthurium versicolor. Now this guy I don't think actually needs to change, but can you guys see the chunk that is in that pot? Wow. It's tempting to cut, but I don't think that there's any active notes on the left or the right, so I probably wouldn't cut it, but it's tempting, it's tempting. I'm gonna show you guys another thing that I took with me. So I got this for the fair, and then when I opened it up, I was like, nah, that's staying in Sam's collection. So 2 seconds, I'll go grab it. Y'all are gonna freak, cause I certainly did when I got it. And it is the biggest versicolor I have ever seen in my life. No, that's a lie. Besides, like, ever received in my life, I should say. Because I've definitely seen these guys in several collections up north, but this is the biggest one. So I received 3 versicolors. One is gone to very good home. And then there is the one that I just showed you, the smaller one, and then this guy. So this guy is going to be in PCM's grow tent. Stunning. The biggest versicolor I have ever received, ever. I might just top dress this guy too, because there is some roots. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And back to the grow tent you go. What's next? What's next? I have that Panamins, but I'm pretty sure my grower said not to. Don't repot for approximately 4 weeks, allowed to acclimatize to your conditions. Okay, I will not be repotting that, just like my grower has advised. All right, next tray. So you guys want to know a thought that came into my brain while I was driving, and it was like, so my thought was, could you imagine if we looked after ourselves like we looked after our plants? And I was just like, phew. So we look after our plants, like our rare plants. So we try to absolutely optimize the conditions, right? Whether it's like warm, humid, airflow, like we do so much for our plants and look after them to like encourage optimal growth and all these things. Could you imagine if we decided to change our environment and like prioritize our growth and care as much as we did for our plants, how much we would thrive? Like it just came to my brain because I was like, oh, good thing that I like cut my nails and like I did my cuticles and like made myself feel all them good feels of looking after myself and cared for myself. And then I thought to myself, wow, that's like how we care for our plants. Like we look after them really, really well. And I don't know about you, but I tend to forget that. And I forget to look after myself and my needs and my conditions. And I even thought like when your plant has pests, you kind of like distance that plant from your other plants. And I just thought to myself, that's kind of like your environment and what you invite and what energy you invite into your environment. So I thought of like toxic things. Sometimes they just like need some time and some distance. But yeah, my gosh, plants can teach us so many different things. All right, let's keep going. So this I think this is a memorandum. Yeah, this memorandum is doing memorandum things, and I don't know if about you guys, but this always happens in Melbourne. Is that, come here. Memorandums always get fungal. Boo. And I think it has to do with the super thin leaves, and it just doesn't like it being cold. So this guy is struggling, but when I typically get memorandums or purple mamas is that the leaves will get chopped off and die off or whatever. And then all the new emerging leaves are normally fine. So I'll just cut those off. I'll treat it with some fungicide and it should be fine. But then yeah, I might chop off that leaf. Do you need a repot? Ooh, are your roots okay? Oh no, the roots look like they're rotting. This guy is not doing well. You need some massive rehab. Poor thing. Anywho, all right, you're not going nowhere. Is there anything that I need to repot in here? Oh yeah, this guy, because his roots are coming out the bottom. So again, Anthurium urbanii. And I'm just going to remove those tags. So this guy needs a bigger pot. So we'll go this size. Yep. Boink. That's a bit better, don't you reckon? I'd also really love to hear what you guys would like from the channel, because Leanne and I have been doing some YouTube planning and video planning, and sometimes I just feel like I get into a slump and then I'm thinking like, what what would you guys really enjoy? Like, for a long time, I reckon I was doing videos that just made me happy and whatever, and things that I wanted to film. But lately I'm like, what would you guys really enjoy? I know that you guys are absolutely loving like the collector's tours. So Leanne and I are trying to do one of those a month. But in terms of like, we wanted to do some education, things more to do with the community. All right. I can see a hole, but I don't want a hole. So yeah, feel free to leave it in the comments down below of anything that you guys would genuinely love from the channel. Okay, I think that's probably the best that I'm gonna get. So what I'm trying to achieve, can you guys see how there's like a pocket? Not show my face. There's a pocket of a hole in there and I don't want it because that can cause root rot. Okay. Alright, that will do it. Cool. I don't know if any of these actually need some repotting. Oh, maybe this guy. So this is a Rivulare Af. I might just top him up with some soil, to be honest. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? This one I'll show you guys because it's just fun. This is a Anthurium large round velvet, which is actually a species. I wonder if there's actually says anything. Anthurium large round velvet, mother plant from Ecuador, leaves to 1 meter, strong grower, beautiful leaves. And I've actually got one of these in my greenhouse that is huge. I was tempted to come bring it into the store and into the grow tent, but it is huge and I don't think it would fit, to be honest. I am going to be doing a video on like an update on the Anthuriums that are here at the store on my own personal collection, because I feel like you guys really liked that video. And plus I've brought a couple of things from my own personal collection here just to kind of like save me some time, since I don't really go to the greenhouse at my parents' place and I don't yet have my grow thing, whether it's a grow tent or whether it's a grow, what do you call that, greenhouse? I don't have that at my actual house, so I brought it here and it's a lot easier to take care of. Here we have a luxuriance Forgetii. I think he's okay. Just top dress him. Lovely. That one there. Here are more of the pap dresses under the hanger. So this is the little guy, which is probably more to my size that I've got in the grow tent. And this guy as well. That one's bigger. We have Philodendron Wallisi as well. And what are you? I think this is our, of course, Garden Velvet, Midnight Velvet. I think we are actually, I kind of want to redo the Garden Velvet, Midnight Velvet because it has scoria, and that is not, oh, there we go. And so I'm going to redo this guy and plant him a little bit further in. Do I want to use this pot or a clear pot? I think this pot's fine. Maybe not. Maybe it does need a bigger pot. Okay. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of these aside. I'm going to get my watering can and I'm going to be, as I do in all of my repots, we've got some root zone and CCS, since the plants are probably going to stress a little bit because of the repot and their new homes and the new soil and the new pots. So I'm just going to water the plants, BRB. Oh, I forgot these guys. Oh, I should do these. So these are from my own personal collection. We have some alocasia. What are these? Fridex. And I should definitely pot these guys up. Okay. Oh, they are sitting in. Oh no, they're rotting. Boo. Boo, 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 boo. So you can see we have rotted roots. That is frustrating. That is frustrating. Oh no. Yep. Yep, all of them. All of them, all of them, all of them. That sucks. Oh well. So just chuck out the dead roots. I don't think these are dead per se, but we have the corms. Delicious. Ugh. So I'll show you guys what it's looking like now. Oh, we should get rid of those slimy bits. But, I mean, the corms are still around. So yeah, oh well. What will I be doing with these guys? I don't know. To be honest, I might even just chop off the leaf and put these back into maybe like perlite or something. But anyway. That's sadness. What is sadness? Ah well. We're just gonna water our babies with the GT. Water this guy and water these guys. So I'm just going to place all of these guys back, making sure that they are all watered. Yep. And these are all going back into the grow tent while they figure themselves out in their new pots. And I can't, I mean, I'm biased. These are the two from my personal collection and I'm just wrapped with how beautiful these are looking. Yay! Actually, I might just chuck some sphagnum on top of that guy. Now this is going to be interesting because of course, like I said, Chris is the one that showed me this, that for his Windlingerii that he's been growing for like 5 years, he just keeps stacking sphagnum moss on the top. So I really want to try it. And hopefully this pally doesn't like freak out about it. Grabbing some of our premium sphagnum moss and just covering the top like so. I remember doing this a lot when I was like maybe like 2-3 years ago. And I found that in the greenhouse it worked really well, but I don't know if sphagnum moss at the top of the plants work for all plants, especially in Melbourne. But just gonna tuck the sides. And yeah, I think that this is going to be great for the aerial roots that are just peeking through the top. And we'll see if in the grow tent that this works well, because I know that Chris also has his Wenlingrii in his grow tent. Okay, so I haven't really packed it densely. It's actually just it's still very full of hair. I have a feeling that some of the leaves might go yellow because they might be like, oh, too much moisture. But I've also made sure that the sphagnum moss that gets piled on the top isn't wet. It's just moist. Cool. So there we go. The crisp pack of pendant anthuriums. All right, so that pretty much sums up today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and doing some repotting. I hope you guys got to do some repotting yourselves, or you just had a good cup of tea and had a good chat with me while I repotted. Let's chat in the comments and let me know which was your favorite plant that featured on today's video. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye. Mwah.